you stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now.
Hey Nick, how are you doing?
I'm just messing with you. I'm good. How are you? Nervous? I'm nervous too. How's it going?
Thanks. Hi. Good. I'm good. I'm glad you're good. And we can see Titan making an appearance on today's episode.
What's up, buddy? Come here.
Star of a show.
Yeah.
So, how are you? How's things?
I'm good. They're good. All's well. What about yourself?
Yeah, very good. Thank you.
Good.
So today's episode is all about mental health. And
it's a nerve-wracking one.
You very kindly agreed to talk quite openly about this. So one of the first things I wanted to address is the fact that you can tell the way we're talking already, mental health is not talked about that much, and not talked about openly that much. So we'll talk about our diabetes all day long, or any other kind of physical illness, but when it comes to mental health, do you want to get in on this, Titan? when it comes to mental health, people kind of clam up. Why do you think that is?
It's like a stigma around it. It's like people don't want to, not everybody, a lot of people care, but a lot of people don't want to worry about how other people are feeling. You know, not enough people are compassionate. And I think that people think that you got to be tough all the time, and you don't have to be tough. You can open up, you know, everybody's human. We're all human. We all go through issues. We all break down inside, you know. If somebody can go through life without having any mental issues or not worrying about anything, I think something's wrong with them. You know, life's tough. Life is tough. Yeah.
So what does mental health mean for you? So this is something you've said you're happy to come and talk about. So what mental health issues have you experienced in the past, or do you experience now?
Oh my God, where to start? That's a big one. It's a big one for me because it started at a very young age for me. And mental health, it's how you feel, and it's your mental health. Everybody's mental health matters to them, but it should matter to other people too. Because I've been through the ringer since a very young age. Like I went into foster care at the age of 7. You know, I never had a dad in the picture. My mom was a drug addict and couldn't get her life together. Drugs consumed her, and drugs are a big part of mental health too. They play a big factor on how you think and how you react. And you know, being that I've been in foster homes and group homes, a psychiatric ward before. You take a kid from his mom when he's 7, that's all he has. It messes him up. It's, you know, still messed me up till this day. It's still a tough issue to talk about, you know. But everybody has a different scenario, you know. I'm willing to talk about mine, but it's tough, you know. So, but relying on other people, you know, coming together, it definitely helps. If you clam up and keep your mental health to yourself, it'll eat you up. It'll tear you apart, and it's not easy dealing with, you know.
And is it something you've always talked about? Like you say, you think things kind of started then when you were taken from your mum when you were like 7. So was there anyone around at that point who you could talk to about how you were feeling about these things? Or
I didn't ever want to talk back then, ever. I've been in so many different therapy sessions, counseling sessions. When I was young, I used to just take my shirt and put it over my head and sit there for the whole hour in the therapy session because I didn't want to talk. You know, I was so embarrassed. Just in the last few years have I really wanted to reach out and help other people, because I realize, you know, I'm not the only one going through this. You know, my story is my story, but my story can also help other people, and other people's stories help mine, you know. Spreading that awareness really, really helps, you know.
So do you think when you were younger, if there was someone else like you that would openly talk about these issues, and, you know, if you could hear it being spoken about more when you were younger, do you think that would have pushed you to talk more about your situation, to think, oh, look, it's actually okay, this isn't just going on in my head? Like,
that would have definitely helped. So I think there's been a few people in my life that have gave me the strength to talk about my issues. And if they weren't placed in my life, I probably wouldn't be strong enough to talk about them now. They've kind of like left the impact in my life. And a lot of the people that I have in my life aren't blood. You know, a lot of my family I don't talk to, they're not blood. A lot of people that I keep in my life, they're not my blood relatives, but they're family to me because they care about my mental health and they know me. They know what I've been through, you know. I think I've been through 20 some foster homes or close to it, or moved that many times from foster home to group home to foster home to psych ward. I didn't get adopted till I was 15. So being in the foster care system from 7 to 15, I've seen a lot of different things. I've seen a lot of other foster kids too, you know, and I see foster kids to this day that still have issues, that are grown just like me, that have been through the system. It's tough. It plays a big impact on your life.
and can you remember, like, what happened for you to decide you were going to talk about it? Like you said, it was literally been the last few years. So did one thing happen and you thought, do you know what, I think it's going to help me and potentially help other people if I'm a bit more open about it?
Diabetes. I think diabetes really changed my life. It's made me a lot stronger. I mean, I've always been a tough guy going through what I've been through, but diabetes, man, I know that everybody that's diabetic is tough, is really strong inside. And it just gives me the courage to come out and talk about what I've been through. We're human. We're not alone in this world, you know. We need each other, and not enough people, they don't care about other people. But I think diabetes has humbled me, and it's definitely made me open up about diabetes and about other things. It just, I don't know, I just want to help people. I just want to give back, you know. I think it's changed my whole frame of mind. So.
And who do you go to for support? Do you have like one person that you talk to when you're feeling down, or do you?
No, I got a lot of diabetic friends that really help, you know, the diabetic people, the community that I've met, they're some awesome people, but I don't want to say that I have like one go-to person, you know. I've never,
people that can relate.
Yeah. You know, my family can't relate, my mom, my dad, they can't relate, but the diabetics can relate. And I'm not sure about, I know my YouTube, I've said a few things about my past, and that's worldwide. And then there's been people that have come out and said, hey, you know, my mom has been through this, drugs and this and that. And it kind of brings tears to my eyes, because it makes me know that I'm not alone. You know, my strength gives them strength, and vice versa. So
there's definitely a lot of positives to social media and being connected with other people. But do you think when it comes to mental health that social media can sometimes be a negative also?
Man, social media is probably one of the biggest downfalls of mental health, because people portray this image on social media today that you got to be perfect. And you don't. We're human. Like, you gotta be perfect, like, especially for women. And you gotta know this, like, your body's gotta be perfect. You gotta be this, you gotta be that. And like, and that's fake. That's so fake. You know, you don't want that. But people see it and they're like, I'm not pretty enough. I'm not good enough. You are good enough. Like, you turn off some social media, you know, go outside. And I don't know. That's a big one. Social
Yeah.
media is corrupt, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just too much on there.
I know after I did a few like bodybuilding competitions.
Yeah.
And when I was doing those, I was obviously following loads of bikini girls, a lot of girls that I met in the competitions. And then after I had my son, obviously, as a woman, your body completely changes after you have a child. And it would depress me and give me anxiety just looking on my Instagram, because my whole feed was all these perfect women's bodies, and I literally just sat there one day and unfollowed. And no offense to any of the lovely girls that I unfollowed, but it was not doing me any good to look at these pictures. And
they're body shaming yourself. You can't do that.
Yeah. But I was doing it to myself. No one was doing it to me. But I think this is the struggle with social media, and that plays a big part in mental health. If you're constantly comparing yourself to other people, and you're comparing yourself to images that most of the time aren't even real images, like you're looking at a picture that's been filtered, edited.
Photoshop.
Yeah, absolutely. And no one puts their bad pictures up.
No. If people take millions of pictures before they put one up, and I'm guilty for it too. I spend a lot of time on social media. I'm not perfect. I'll sit there and scroll all day long and look. But I've tried to follow more positive things. There's a lot of positive sites on social media.
Yeah.
And I try to follow them, some uplifting things. I've really changed my mind frame in the last few years with diabetes too, because I used to drink. Once I got out of the military, I drank a lot. And that is not good for mental health. Drinking is like the worst. You're not in the right frame of mind if you're drinking, and then it's just the hangover and so I quit drinking completely, and it just got me in trouble. So I completely quit, and that's helped me a lot too. And it's for everyone that has diabetes. I have friends that have diabetes and they drink all the time, and it's not good. Like you already have to make so many calculations and adjustments a day to take care of your health.
And then
why put some
alcohol into the mix? Yeah,
it's not good.
Yeah,
but it weighs on your mental health, your brain. Like it takes a toll on you. Diabetes is kind of hard. Why make it harder?
Yeah. So what does a mental health wise, what does a bad day look like or feel like for you?
For me, oh man, I'm going to be brutally honest with you.
Yeah, do.
All right. So although I have changed my life a lot and quit drinking and doing drugs, I still smoke weed. It's legal for me to smoke it. I have my medical card in the state that I'm in. And that's one thing that with being that I have PTSD and major depression and sleep disturbances, it helps me. It helps me level out. But without it, it's kind of a bad day for me, and sometimes and it's not every day I can go without it. It's not like I'm dependent on it. I know how I feel with it, and I know how I feel without it. And so I know if it being cannabis makes my mental health better and in a good shape, so be it. It's not hurting anybody. Days that I don't have this guy right here, if I'm away from my dog, I'm in bad form. Like if I'm out in public and I'm either my sugar's dropping or something hits me and I feel some type of way, it brings back some memory, or if I'm just having a bad day, I don't even have to make an excuse. You're allowed to have a bad day. I'll be honest, I have anger issues. I've had anger issues my whole life. You take a kid from his mom when he's 7. Like I've never had a mom to hug. I've never had a dad to hug. I've never had that love. And I'm trying to learn that love. My whole life I'm trying to learn it. He's taught me a lot. Trying to learn how to smile. I've always had to put on this tough guy face and exterior my whole life. And I'm trying to open up, but those days can be bad. They can be rough. They can have me yelling and screaming, going outside and wanting to fight the world, and just whoever gets in my path, I just want to run them over. That's how I feel sometimes. But the gym's open up now, so I've calmed down a little bit. Oh man, if it wasn't for the gym, I think I would probably lose my mind sometimes.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, because you know, everybody's not like me, but I know everybody can blow up, and it's okay to blow up. But the way I used to blow up when I was drinking and doing drugs was totally different than that way I blow up or have a bad day now. You know, like back then it's just go drink or go party more or brush it off or have another beer or get more messed up. Now, when I'm having a bad day, like might be a bad day, but at the end, I either work out or I get it out in a good way. And I think that helps a lot too. And I think about it, you know, I have more time to think now. So that just helps me. But it's sugars. And as long as my sugars are right throughout the day, that helps whether I'm going to have a good day or a bad day.
There's
Whether
a
I'm going to
big effect on blood sugars and your mood, like massively. And I think people underestimate that as well. They don't always put it down to their sugar levels if they're not sure why their mood is so up and down. And, you know,
I tell all my friends, I'm like, look, I'm diabetic, or people like me, I'm diabetic. If I'm like acting a little crazy, be like, Nick, go check your sugar first.
Yeah.
And I have to step back and be like, okay, is it my sugar that's making me mad?
Yeah.
Or am I really just mad right now? Like, and if I check it's like 120, it's not my sugar. Like, like what's going on?
I can't blame it today.
Yeah.
So lockdown was obviously very tricky for you. If your outlet is the gym, how did you cope? What took the place of the gym when you couldn't get in the gym?
Video games. I raged out on video games. My roommate plays a lot of video games, and I don't play as much as I used to because I came to Florida to ride my motorcycle, and if I had my motorcycle, I'd be on that every day. That's all, you know, that's what I do. I like to ride, and that takes a lot of my passion or a lot of my anger out, you know, just twisting that throttle, going a little faster. Don't do what I do because it's not necessarily safe or a good thing to hop on a motorcycle when you're angry, but it lets me relieve stress, you know, just going through the wind like that. There's something about being on a motorcycle that's just relaxing. So, but being cooped up with COVID and not having the gym, I don't know. I didn't like to do home workouts. It's not enough. I need weights. Like I need to feel it to get the anger out. So, and it's all up here. Like sometimes I just need to like stop and relax and breathe. I forget to breathe sometimes.
I know with your social media, obviously this is how we got in touch in the first place, how you came on and did the first podcast. On your Instagram, you are very honest, and most people put their highlight reel on Instagram or on their story, whereas people that follow you know we get all sides of Nick. So sometimes we see that rage or we see you and you'll put it out there on social media, and I think maybe you're a bit of a Marmite. I don't know if you use that expression over there, but
I don't even know what that word is.
Oh, okay. Marmite's like do you have Vegemite?
Oh yeah,
it's like a spread.
I've heard of it. Okay.
Now I'm explaining Marmite to you. This is important, I promise. So basically, people either love you or hate you. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Not
me.
in a bad way, but people either like that and they, you know, that they really appreciate that honesty, or some people don't like to. Some people just like to see the highlight reel, and that's fine. But I think when it comes to diabetes and mental health, to be able to see all sides is really important and really relevant. And what you do must help so many people, because we're seeing everything else and seeing all the perfect lives and the perfect blood sugars and everything, and you know, then you pop up showing showing
the good and the bad,
showing the good and the bad. But for so many people that's such a comfort, because we see that and can be like, oh look, it's someone else that's like me. Like it's like this guy's human, and I think that's really important. And again, that's what, you know, that's why I follow you on Instagram and things like that, because it's great to see people that are just real and not only showing the best bits.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me,
I
because
appreciate you putting up
sometimes I feel like I'm crazy. I am brutally honest. I'm very blunt. And some people can't, they take it wrong. And I don't mean to be, that's just how I am. But I don't mind putting, on my story how I am, the good, the bad. I tell everything, and not a lot of people do that. They just put the good stuff out there, or whatever picture looks good. Like, I don't care if I fall, because I'm human. I make mistakes. I cry. If I'm crying one day, I'll put that on. But like, this is how it is. Like, this is how I feel. Like, I'll give them the raw, uncut. I don't care. But people need to see that. And I've had a lot of people that say, like, will message me on my story, but like, I love that you're so real with it. Like, you don't hold anything back. Like, the world needs more of that. And it just like, oh, thank you. My character precedes me. I'm trying. I'm far from perfect, but I just want better for myself. Cutting out the drugs and the drinking helped my mental health. Cutting out negative friends that drink and drug, that didn't want to change. I can't help them. I tried helping people, and man, you can't help a person that doesn't want to be helped.
No.
So I had to remove myself from all of them, and doing that helped my mental health, and replacing them with good people that don't do that stuff, because there's a lot of good people in this world. You just got to find them. You find these good people, that'll help you up here too, And I don't know whether people out there are religious or not. I believe in God. Pray hard, man. A little bit of faith goes a long way.
And so we've talked about kind of the bad stuff. What does happiness look like to you?
Oh man.
Other than in the shape of a motorcycle.
Me, eating good food, cooking, dancing, just being outside, being outdoors with my dog, anything with him, I'd like to think that most days are good days, but being that I faced a lot of stuff in my life, I feel like I'm doing all right. I try to stay uplifted and positive, but there are those days, and it's like the bad days. I have people that are good in my life that maybe they're not having a bad day. They can uplift me, and it's a circle. You just gotta surround yourself with goodness. That'll be all right.
With your Insulin Junkie stuff, so we've talked a little bit about your YouTube channel, so everyone can find Nick on YouTube. He is an Insulin Junkie, and you're hoping to get a bike again soon. So that I'm
gonna get one soon.
Okay, you are gonna get your bike again.
Yes, soon. I will be back on to soon enough.
More bike videos up. What do you want to? So you've kind of built this brand of Insulin Junkie. Do you know what the end goal is with that? Do you know what you really want to achieve?
I actually want to do a few things with my Insulin Junkie. I don't want to say too much, but I have a product that I'm trying to develop for diabetics that works along with a clothing line.
Oh.
So that's in the process, but we're working on that. Main goal just to spread awareness. I kind of got that motorcycle and started my YouTube channel because I wanted to tell other people about diabetes and mental health and awareness, and not enough people know. I had no idea about diabetes before I got diagnosed.
Yeah, same.
And if I can help other people, like I know a lot of newly diagnosed people that hopefully I can help them avoid, or just overcome some challenges that they're going to face, because it hasn't been an easy road. And I've been doing this on my own. Like I didn't have any other support in the beginning. I didn't have any family members that knew about it. Nobody. Like I had to reach out and like find people like you, and it's just a big support group. So
what do you want to say?
If anybody needs to talk ever wants to talk about mental health, I'm always available. I'm no doctor. Of course not. I can't tell you like all the right things, but if something's on your heart or you got some problems going on up here and you just want to lay it out and talk, or you can relate, feel free to hit me up on my YouTube or my Instagram. I'll do my best to try to help you. I'm not going to steer you in the wrong direction.
See, my podcast gets quite a few listens. You might regret saying
It's all right, man. I'll take it.
Dr.
Just know
Nick.
that I'm gonna tell them when I have a bad day too, or a good day. So it works both ways.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
as always, thank you so much.
Of course. It was a pleasure.
Titan's bored. He's like,
I'm ready to let him and Bob outside. We're gonna go running. Here, look, you want to see Bob? Bob's been in the cage the whole time.
Where's Bob?
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bob.
I love Bob. Look, it was a
So
pleasure.
how does the rest of your day look? You're normally at the gym for, I don't know how long.
I've been going 2 hours every day. I think yesterday I was pretty sore, so I went for an hour, but the day before that I went for 3 hours. And I think I just need a day today to just chill for a little bit, let my muscles relax, and it's not too hot outside, so I'm going to take them out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy the rest of your day.
And you enjoy your nighttime over there, right?
Yeah, nearly.
Mhm.
Well, no, not yet. Nearly. 5
Cool.
hours ahead. Yeah.
Enjoy your squash.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Speak soon. Bye.
Bye.
I gave you all I own, put you on this golden